You ever notice how hard it is to just sit still anymore? You check your phone for one message and suddenly 30 minutes are gone. Your focus, gone. Your peace, gone. We live in a world that worships noise, constant motion, constant drama, constant chasing. But here's the twist. What if all that movement is exactly what's keeping you weak? What if being boring, calm, consistent, quiet is actually the most powerful thing you can become? That's the question behind why being boring secretly makes you powerful. Because the people who move slow, think quiet, and stay disciplined aren't running from life. They're mastering it. And no one shows that better than Sung Jinwoo from Solo Leveling. His rise wasn't built on chaos. It was built on focus, on repetition, on pure Stoic psychology. This isn't just about anime. It's about Stoicism, self-improvement, and how the most ordinary habits create the most extraordinary peace. This is the real solo leveling mindset. Not about monsters, but about mastering yourself. So today, we're rewinding power itself, from noise back to stillness, to uncover why being boring secretly makes you unstoppable. We confuse movement with meaning, and noise with progress. You know that feeling when you're scrolling for motivation, but end up watching a raccoon steal a donut at 3 a.m.? Yeah, that's what happens when you chase chaos disguised as productivity. We've built an addiction to stimulation. The second life gets quiet, we panic. The gym feels too silent, so we throw in headphones. We can't even do the dishes without a podcast lecturing us on self-improvement. It's like we're terrified of being left alone with our own thoughts because deep down, silence feels like failure. But Stoicism and every truly powerful person sees that noise as weakness. Seneca once said, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." The Stoics understood what most of us forgot. Control doesn't come from reacting faster. It comes from learning not to react at all. In Solo Leveling, Jinwoo's journey doesn't start when he gains strength. It starts when he loses everything. Trapped in a dungeon, surrounded by screaming teammates. Everyone's panicking. He's trembling too, but he doesn't move. He observes. And in that stillness, something shifts. Ever notice that one calm person in a crisis? The one who doesn't flinch when everyone else is losing it? That's not luck. It's training. Stillness under stress is power under control. We chase stimulation because silence feels like death. But what if that silence is the birthplace of all your power? Because the moment you can sit in that stillness without needing to escape, you stop being just another noise in the crowd and become the one person the chaos bends around. Start small. Turn off your background noise for one task, one walk, one gym set, one thought. If you can handle your own silence, you can handle anything. Most people panic in chaos. Stoics and masters look for patterns. Chaos feels personal when it hits. Deadlines stack. Your phone vibrates like it's possessed. Someone cuts you off in traffic. Your boss sends a quick chat message, and suddenly your heartbeat is doing drum solos. The world convinces you the faster you react, the more in control you are. But let's be honest, that's not control. That's just anxiety with caffeine. The Stoics called this logos, the principle of reason, order, and structure within chaos. It's the idea that even when the world spirals, there's a rhythm beneath the noise. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Look within. Within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up if you will ever dig." Translation, while everyone else screams at the storm, the Stoic starts building shelter. And if that sounds poetic, that's because it is. But it's also deeply practical. Watch Solo Leveling's Jinwoo in a double dungeon. Everyone's panicking. Statues coming alive. Light beams slicing through the room. But after the first shock fades, Jinwoo does something the others don't. He thinks. He studies the pattern of the God statue's eyes. He notices the rhythm. He creates order in the dungeon. That's logos in action. Not louder, smarter. Life throws dungeons at you every day. Emails, expectations, deadlines, people who text, "We need to talk." Most of us panic, reacting before we understand the rules of the room. But the calm person doesn't rush. They pause. They observe. They respond with precision. It's not apathy. It's architecture. Power isn't avoiding chaos. It's designing your mind to stay functional inside it. Jinwoo didn't escape the dungeon by fighting harder. He escaped it by understanding it. And that's the move 99% of people miss. Because the truth is, chaos only destroys you if you try to fight it emotionally. Once you analyze it, once you see the logic beneath the noise, you stop becoming a victim of chaos and start becoming its architect. Next time life hits you with overwhelm, don't react. Write, observe, name what's happening. Give chaos shape. Once you see its pattern, it won't scare you anymore. You don't need to feel everything to do something great. We live in an age where feeling everything is treated like a badge of honor. You're told to follow your passion, trust your feelings, express yourself, which is great until your feelings decide to hold you hostage at 3 a.m. because someone didn't text back. Most people are emotionally overdrawn. Every reaction costs energy, and they spend it like billionaires with no financial advisor. Anger, envy, outrage, overthinking, all emotional debt. And just like real debt, it compounds interest fast. The Stoics called the antidote apatheia, not the absence of emotion, but freedom from it. It doesn't mean you become a robot. It means you stop letting every emotional impulse yank the steering wheel. Modern psychology calls this cognitive control, the ability to pause before you punch. That's not coldness, that's clarity. It's emotional minimalism. You declutter your mind like a messy room, and suddenly you can see again. In solo leveling, watch Jinwoo in a demon castle arc, surrounded by fire, chaos, monsters. Everyone else would scream, panic, lose it. Jinwoo, he's calm to the point of eerie. His face barely moves. His breathing doesn't change. He's not feeling less. He's feeling later. He doesn't waste energy reacting to the fire. He uses it to walk through it. Think of the boxer who doesn't flinch, the surgeon whose heartbeat doesn't spike during a critical cut, or that one friend who calmly says, "It's fine," while everyone else is turning into a live meme of panic. They're not heartless, they're practiced. You can't reach mastery if you're emotionally exhausted by every minor inconvenience. If your peace can be stolen by a notification, imagine what a real challenge could do. Every time you overreact, you're giving away control, one outburst at a time. But when you stop reacting, you start directing. And that's the scariest thing about calm people. You can't predict them. You can't provoke them. They're not emotionally dead. They're emotionally disciplined. Start noticing your reactions before they happen. Pause before you reply. Take one breath between stimulus and response. It's free, and it'll make you look 300% more mysterious. You don't need to be emotionless to be powerful. You just need to feel less often and more accurately. The closer you get to peace, the more people mistake it for boredom. In a world that measures success by movement, stillness looks suspicious. If you're not constantly grinding, people assume you've given up. If you don't post about your progress, they assume you don't have any. And if your life looks calm from the outside, they assume you've stopped chasing greatness. We're so conditioned to see peace as laziness that balance has become a red flag. But what if the quiet life isn't a retreat? It's a weapon. That's the paradox of mastery. It looks uneventful because real greatness doesn't look like noise. It looks like rhythm. Stoics like Epictetus called this state ataraxia, freedom from your inner disturbance. Modern psychology calls it flow, the moment when effort and ease merge, when your actions become automatic because your mind is no longer at war with itself. That's what boring people secretly have. Harmony between emotion and execution. At his peak, Jinwoo doesn't chase power anymore. He doesn't roar, doesn't gloat, doesn't even react to victory. He walks through destruction like it's weather. No ego, no rush, no noise. Everyone else sees a god. But he's not divine. He's just balanced. It's the monk meditating in silence, the athlete training alone before dawn, the artist sketching in the same small studio for 10 years. To outsiders, it looks boring, but that stillness, that's where real momentum hides. Think about it. A spinning top only stays upright because it's balanced. Lose that, and everything collapses. Being boring doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing the same essential things long enough that the world finally has to take you seriously. Jinwoo's stillness isn't absence, it's alignment. He's not addicted to novelty because he's mastered necessity. And that's a thing no one tells you. Once you stop chasing excitement, your life gets quieter, but your results get louder. Stop treating calm as a problem to fix. Boredom isn't a flaw, it's feedback. It means your nervous system has stopped mistaking chaos for purpose. And when life gets quiet, don't run. That's the sound of mastery settling in. At first, they'll call you boring. Then they'll call you consistent. And one day, they'll call you unstoppable. The truth is, the world isn't designed for calm people anymore. It's engineered to keep you reacting. Everything's loud, urgent, flashing, as if life itself has turned into one endless group chat you can't mute. But that's what makes calm the new rebellion. Being boring isn't fading into the background. It's taking your power back from the noise. So yeah, being boring might not look glamorous. It might not trend. It might not earn you applause. But if you can master stillness, in a world addicted to motion, you've already become what everyone else is pretending to be. Being boring doesn't make you powerless. It makes you untouchable.